All right. Hey, what's up, guys? So getting ready to go see if I can hunt down a couple more comic books. I know that I wasn't planning on spending a whole lot more. I wanted to keep at least a little bit of money in reserve in case I can't get anything to sell. But it is getting a little dark, so I'm sorry if you can't really see a whole lot. I'm heading over to one of my other local shops that seems to sell comics. They aren't necessarily a comic shop. I tend to go to, or at least for me, when I look for stuff to flip, I don't generally go to comic book shops. Unfortunately, when it comes to comic book shops, most of them know what they have, unless it's something new that just all of a sudden just came out and the prices jumped up a lot. They're going to know what they have and keep track of their inventories. There was only one shop I ever ran across that didn't really do that, just because they had so much inventory, and they ended up closing down a few months ago. So kind of sad, because I got a number of really good deals over there. But yeah, I'm gonna go to one of my shops. It's called Book and Music Exchange. There's a number of them down here in Louisville. I tend to go to. There's really only two that sell comic books. This one sells about the same amount as the other one. This one's like right down the road from me. It's technically my closest, technically the closest place to where I live at that sells new release comics, but they don't really sell a whole lot of titles. So I don't generally go over here except for to hunt down more obscure new releases that might be sold out at other big shops. Yeah, I'll go over here. I found a couple good deals here once before. I'm gonna hope that maybe I can hunt down a good one. The downside is their prices. They tend to charge whatever cover price it is. So if it's a newer title that's somehow jumped up, it's still gonna be $4 or $5. I'm not gonna get a huge deal on those. But if it's an older title, I tend to get a pretty good deal on them. So I'll see what I can get. And like usual, until I really start pushing to get permissions or anything like that to get video on the inside, I won't record in interiors of any place, just in case. Once you start getting kind of popular, if you do, places like that will allow you in easier. It's just when you're just an obscure person, it just seems kind of odd that you're recording. So, all right, so I'm gonna run on in. Here's the place, Book of Music. So we'll see what I can find, and I'll be back with you guys here in a minute. Alright guys, it's all wet and rainy. So I went into my local Book of Music Exchange, and I was able to hunt down actually a couple really nice deals. Not only were they really nice deals, the guy also broke me another really good deal. Unfortunately, he took me forever. He gave me a good deal and basically took me forever saying I have. So the new total I'm going to have is 0. So I can't buy anymore. It's now time for pure flipping. But I did walk away with some good stuff. So I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what I got. Alright, so number one is going to be my risk comic that I took. I took a bit of a risk on this one. Mage Knight Stolen Destiny number 1, 99 cents. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover. I don't know how rare it is, but I saw a Scott Campbell cover, and it was in pretty good shape, so I picked it up for $1. That was what I call my big risk comic. My next one I looked online, I saw it was going for a few dollars, so for 99 cents, I think it'll be a decent flipper. Wolverine Noir number 2 variant. It's in pretty decent shape as well. So I think I can flip that one for a few dollars. I'm gonna hope. So I think that's pretty good. Another one I found that's really good. It still hangs out in dollar bins, but if you can find it, they're going away really fast. Superboy issue 0. First appearance of King Shark. So I know that for 99 cents, that was a good deal. I think these are starting to slowly slip away for 5 to 15. So I think I'll toss it up. It's got a couple of spinal ticks on it, so I should be able to, I'm going to try and get, you know, 3 or 4, maybe even $5 out of it. Those were my small deals. My next one, which is one of the reasons why I come to this comic shop, was looking for odd and end comics. Sometimes you can find some good stuff, and I found this Saga 41. They actually had 3 copies, but they were all in okay shape. This was the best shape one, and it looks all right, but if you look down the side, you see a couple spinal ticks on it. Try not to get too many fingerprints on it. But this is the recalled one. They actually had the other one in, so I could tell the difference. They had 2 more recalls, but it's not selling for a ton right now. It's selling for about it's averaging about $7 to $8. It's a big recall, but it was sold enough that the recall is not huge. So my final 2 books were my best deals. One cost me $4, and it's really, in the condition it is, it's probably not worth much more. It's actually, I'm thinking about possibly not flipping it. I haven't decided yet. If I decide not to flip it, I want to pay my flipping money back on it. If so, I'll use some of my personal money to go to my flipping money and put this in my collection. But it is I looked it up. It is actually a golden age comic from what I can find. It's like 1953 or 1954. Paid $4 for it. Yeah, it's nothing great. It's not a superhero book, but for my first actual golden age comic, I think it was pretty cool to pick up. So Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse. You see it's a 10-cent cover. Paid $4 for it. Issue number 30 by Dell Comics. This is a golden age. As you can tell, it's been read a lot. It's pretty worn, but it's still connected to the staples pretty much. That one's getting a little rough, but it's still connected to it. I was willing to pay $4 for that, even after the guy cut me a deal, because I had probably about $12 to $13 worth of comics, and he got it down to the $9 range, so I could get it in my stuff. Now this one I'm going to open up and double check. If the top staple is not connected, I still got a really good deal for this. It's in pretty rough shape. I'd give it probably a 3, maybe a 4. Well, if I were to grade it, I'd probably grade it in the 4 range. But it is a really nice key issue. Old, 25-cent cover, but for $1, which was originally 10, they dropped it down to $1 and put it in their dollar bin. For $1, this is an extremely good comic. I think I'll be able to flip this I could probably flip it for almost 20 to 30 if the staple's connected still. But that is Weird War Tales number 1. This is a really nice Kubert cover, old school, 25-cent, early Bronze Age comic. So this is what concerns me, of course, is the fact that this staple up at the top looks like it's connected. I can't get the zoom in properly. It looks like it's connected, but I'm not 100% sure. It is connected at the bottom, but it's still got some wear in there. It's in so-so shape, but for an old Kubert, for $1, I think I can flip this pretty good. So anyway, that's what I got. My new total is now going to be $0. I am completely broke. Heading home, and going to start tossing these up on eBay. Knock my light out like usual. If you guys see this video and I haven't sold on eBay and you want to throw me a comment, I do try my best to keep up with my comments, since I don't really have a whole lot of subscribers right now. If any of you guys decide you want any of those comics before I send them out on eBay and want to cut me a pretty good deal, of course, most of my comics I'm going to throw up there. We'll work out shipping, but so that's it. I'm at 0. Let's see if I can get some of my money back so that I can continue shopping and try and work my way to making more money. We'll see what happens. Thanks a lot, guys.